Good morning, Vikes. Thanks for tuning in to our first VTV episode of the new year. I'm Alexandra.
And I'm Christian. Well, it's been a long time coming, but Pine Grove Elementary School students finally have a state-of-the-art building to call home as soon as we leave.
That's right. The newly renovated school got a multi-million-dollar facelift, and VTV was there for the grand reopening ceremony.
It's been a long time coming. The Pine Grove Elementary School is complete, and on Saturday, October 5th, the community got a first look at the new school.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. We are delighted to share this special day with you as we cut the ribbon on the newly renovated Pine Grove Elementary School. Our greatest joy comes from the sights and sounds of our students enjoying the simple things at Pine Grove School. At Pine Grove School, we believe in educating the whole child. Pine Grove is a place where friendships are formed, learning is lasting, and school is an extension of family.
About 4 years ago, Assistant Superintendent Brian Forger told me that the Pine Grove School had some serious issues that needed to be addressed.
Shortly after I became Assistant Superintendent in the fall of 2010. So that's 9 years ago we started this discussion. We attempted a first try through the Massachusetts Building Authority in 2012. We then kept the discussions going until March 2015. So this is a long process. A year and a half of construction. This all took place within a school building with 550 teachers and students and parents walking through day in and day out. So they did an amazing job.
It certainly is great to hear that musical rendition that reminds us why we're all here. It reminds us of the importance of having first-rate educational facilities so that our students can realize their dreams and maximize their fullest potential.
And the school district put a team together to make sure that when their application went forward, that there wasn't going to be too many questions asked and that this would move through very, very smoothly. And it did.
It takes a dedicated group of people that have spent countless hours paying attention to every single detail, be it large or be it small.
Thank you all for coming to this special PGS event as we get ready to cut the ribbon in celebration of our beautiful renovated school. If you count 1, 2, 3, and on 3, I'm going to do it.
The Triton pencil. Beautiful, isn't it? How wonderfully it reflects light, the eloquence of the words printed on the side. But what makes it better than a regular number 2 pencil? Well, for starters, it makes your handwriting better. Yes, that is true and has been tested by science. Here's writing with other pencils. Oh, it's horrific, just abhorrent. And here's the Triton pencil. Oh yes, much better. That hits the spot. Those sexy lines and letters. Ahem. Anyways, it is also more durable than other pencils. Here's a strength test between the two. See how a boring number 2 pencil snaps near immediately? And see how the Triton pencil, no matter how hard you try, cannot be broken. Still don't believe me? Here's a review from a totally real and actual customer.
You know, I used to be depressed. I felt worthless. But then I bought a Triton pencil and it turned my life around.
So after all this, can you really let yourself suffer using inferior pencils? You might as well go and burn everything except your Triton pencil. The Triton pencil, it's pretty damn cool. Some of you Pine Grove alums, myself included, may be curious about what the school looks like now, and if it's anything like what you remember from your 6 years there.
Well, you're in luck. Ben Janvrin took a camera and walked around the building to bring you this virtual tour of the new Pine Grove. We think you'll be pretty impressed with your new old elementary school.
Hello, my name is Chris Nealon. I'm the principal of Pine Grove School, and today we just celebrated our grand reopening.
Community members were given a first-hand look at all the new changes at the Pine Grove School as they took a self-guided tour around the new building.
Hi, my name is Christopher Walsh, Facilities Manager for Triton Regional School District. We had quite a challenge with doing an occupied renovation with students and staff. There were different phases. It was a 2-year project. It went very well, and a lot of that was due in part with the cooperation of the staff that had many inconveniences and never had a problem. Everybody worked through everything.
My name is Kelsey. I am in 6th grade, and the thing I love about the band room is that it's so big. It used to be really, really small and tiny, so nothing would fit in. And then she got a new band room, and it was a lot bigger. Everyone could fit in it. We had extra space to put our in cases. The music room, it's a lot different now. There's much more space, I guess.
A couple things that I love about our new school is I have to say that our school is so bright, it is so cheery, it is so welcoming. Just like our school, we have an amazing culture, and the school has just added to that. I also love our extended learning areas, and there are so many opportunities for students to learn, different places to learn. And I will tell you, having a 21st century school with 21st century technology is an absolute positive plus to our school. We are so lucky to have Pine Grove.
The Pine Grove School reopening was a huge success. The community loved the new school design, and they're excited to see how Pine Grove will serve the town of Raleigh for many years and generations to come.
30 years ago, NBC Television began a new campaign to educate its viewers about social issues in a series of public service announcements called The More You Know.
If you're a child of the 80s, so no student at Triton, you may remember the commercials airing during your favorite Saturday morning cartoons.
Well, as a tribute to the 30th anniversary of The More You Know, VTV members created their own versions of the famous PSAs, and we'll air some of them during our episodes this season.
Some of the topics are more serious than others, but we hope you'll be informed and entertained as you watch.
100,000 marine animals die each year from plastic trash in the ocean. There are 5.25 trillion pieces of plastic in the ocean. Walking up to a recycling bin won't kill you, but if you don't, it will kill hundreds of thousands of marine animals. So get up off your butt and use the recycling if you want a future for you and your kids. The more you know.
Ethan Tougas graduated from Triton High School last year. During his time here, he was active in the performing arts and was especially gifted as a vocalist and a guitar player.
Ethan's hobby was woodworking, and before he graduated, he found a way of combining that hobby with his musical talent by building his own guitars.
What started as experimentation eventually became his passion, and now Ethan is hoping to make it his full-time career.
For 3 years now, Ethan Tougas has been building his own guitars. I got the chance to sit down with him and find out what inspired him to craft instruments.
Well, it's hard to really pinpoint one thing, but around that time, still today, my favorite band was Queen. And Brian May from Queen, the guitarist, he built his own guitar with his father when he was 16 or 17. And to build that in the first place, I think is something to be proud of on his end. But then to take that and create a whole career and make all these hit songs with that instrument is just amazing. And I thought to myself, even if I don't go make a bunch of hit songs, which I don't really plan to, it would still be really awesome to be able to do that to some degree. And at the time, I really just wanted to try it out, see what happened. How long did it take to make my first guitar? I really don't remember. I should, but I don't. Something's telling me January to May, and that was in 2016. It was the beginning of the year that I wanted to do it, and I started to do it, just buying cheap parts because I really didn't know what to do yet. I didn't want to spend a lot of money watching YouTube videos on how to do it. The type of guitars I make are electric guitars. I've thought about making acoustic guitars. Wouldn't be impossible, but it's a whole different skill set and tools you need that I don't have at the moment. Right now I just build electric guitars because they're simple enough in the sense that it's just a block of wood, the parts, and you just put them together. What I'm doing here, you can see I have these lines here. That's where the bevel starts. I'm marking out a 1/2 inch from the edge here, and then I'll draw that straight line with the ruler. And then with this palm sander, I sand the corner until those two lines make a perfect flat surface, or sometimes a little bit rounded if I want. The best experience making a guitar that I've had is the guitar that I call the Papa Jim. So that was the first guitar of my own design, my own shape and everything, that came out as something that I was truly proud of. And I call it the Papa Jim because in the middle of making it, my great uncle who had made the bass for Chris Squire from Yes, he had passed away, and his name was Jimmy. And most of my cousins call him Papa Jim. So all my models so far have PJ17 as the model name. What's most rewarding is seeing, whether it be a single piece of wood or a bunch of unprocessed wood that I get for free at the mill yard and they're going to throw it away. Either of those things, seeing that from hunk of wood turn into piece of guitar. Obviously it's just the body, but there's something very satisfying to be able to have this block of wood and turn it into that. Even if no one else agrees with me on how it looks, I think they look great, and that's the most satisfying thing. Ultimately, I want to turn it into some sort of business. I don't know what that will entail, whether that's a small warehouse or workshop with me, or me and a few people that I entrust to work with me, that we work together every week, make guitars for people. That's what I would love to do. Anything really. I just want to be able to do this for the rest of my life. I think if anyone's looking to follow their dreams, or if they have a hobby that they want to make into a living, in terms of following your dreams, just do it. It's going to be rough at first. My first guitar was awful. It was terrible. It looks terrible. I did many things absolutely wrong. But then the next guitar was miles ahead of that. Still terrible, but miles ahead of the previous terrible. So it's just, you just got to go for it. Look things up. Learn how to do it from other people's mistakes. Make your own mistakes, learn from those, anything. Just do what you want to do and just have fun with it.
According to the U.S. Department of Health, it's recommended that everyone shower at least once a day. Did you know that our noses can detect over 1 trillion smells? Yeah, think about that the next time you walk by a high school locker room. So, you might want to shower after a game. Whoa. The more you know.
This past weekend, the Harlem Wizards professional basketball team came to Triton to take on a ragtag collection of faculty, staff, all-stars, to raise money for a good cause.
All proceeds from the evening will be used to develop sports programs for students with disabilities.
The gym was packed with people who came to see if teachers could challenge the pros. There were lots of laughs and some pretty embarrassing basketball, but it was ultimately all for the kids. Here's a montage from that night.
Who's ready for some basketball?
Well, VTV is back, and we hope you enjoyed our first episode of the season.
Join us throughout the year for more stories about your school and community and the awesome people in it.
We'll see you next time.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
All right. And settle in.
Settle in.
Settle in.
3, 2.
What?
I don't know. Some of you Pine Groves. Okay. Some of you. I can't read the word some. Some of you Pine Grove.
My
Really?
boyfriend, Benjamin.
No, I'm not saying that. My babe, Benjamin.
I think we're fine. Ava!
I like these new chairs a lot.
They are very useful. It's anything like what you remember from your 6 years there.
Nope. You may remember the commercials airing during your favorite Sunday morning cartoons. Saturday.
I'm hearing squeaking of chairs. Please be stationary.
Well, these chairs are squeaky.
Can I say Harlem? Harlem.
Oh
my God.
Nope. You can do it, and I will get up and leave.